Hello and greetings, goddesses. I have not come on here in quite a while, and I figure what a beautiful day, Easter Sunday, great time to resurrect this channel. And I'm here in the beautiful Northern California, and had to record my prenatal yoga class, and I said, let me just drop in for a moment and get back on this YouTube channel and just pose this question that I talked to my prenatal class about this morning. I read a quote to them from a very well-known midwife named Ina Mae Gaskin, and she said basically, it's time to release all the fear and all of this negative energy that's being, put out into the world and is creating fear in birthing women. She's like, we need to be done with this. And she says, it's time to get back to this belief that we are perfect. She says, your body is not a lemon, right? So sometimes we go into birth, into the hospital especially, with this feeling that, we're already, like limited, like we're already kind of at a disadvantage, like our bodies are imperfect. And yes, we are all imperfect, and I believe we're perfectly imperfect, but that also does not mean that we have to birth in a way that needs intervention and needs, hospital, intervention, especially cesarean, which of course this rate has been climbing for years, but there are ways, to really support our body and to move into birth fearlessly, right? And we can also come to birth with this feeling of, I don't have enough, like my body is not good enough. And I'm here to tell you that you are equipped with everything you need. Unless you have some pre-existing condition, you are perfect. And so today what I asked my students was like, can we rebirth this idea that we came into this world perfect with everything we need, and we're whole and we're complete, and take that into our labor space, right? And since you may not be birthing, you may not be pregnant, what are you rebirthing today? What are you renewing? Do you want to renew a commitment to yourself? Do you want to rebirth an idea that first that you can release the old story and rebirth an idea of a new story? How about that? Like seeing just all the trees out here and all the beauty and flowers blossoming in so many places. It reminds me of what Deepak Chopra was talking about in his 21-day challenge with Oprah, talking about how excuse me, that the fact that we must never lose faith. We must always have hope, because just as, winter always turns to spring, shout out to Nichiren Daishonin and any Nichiren Buddhists out there. Nichiren said winter always turns to spring. So that is, in essence, what renewal and rebirth is about, right? Things die and things are reborn, right? So we could be talking about physical things, right? Plant life, right? Or we can be talking about dreams that have died. We can be talking about stories and beliefs, that have died, or that we want to, rebirth some idea of. Whatever it is, you have the power and the ability. So I want to just do a little breath and meditative movement with you that I've been sharing with my classes. So this is Padma Mudra, Lotus Mudra. And the lotus comes from some muddy, murky waters, and it rises up, and I think it has to move through some stuff in the waters, plant life, other plant life, rocks, and maybe marine life swimming around. But it can feel like it's stuck, but it continues to rise. It continues to rise, right? Even though it might have to wait until whatever's here moves out of the way. And then it might feel completely stuck, but then there's a little space and freedom, and that lotus rises towards the sun. And we can also do this same thing, right? We are not separate from anything outside of us, right? So, although we may not move just like the waves of the ocean, we have the ability to ride waves, right? Waves of change flowing right now, right? Waves of transformation, right? All of this, we're riding these waves. And if you thought you couldn't surf, now you're learning to surf. And if you're a yogi and this is all throwing you for a loop and you're really devastated, this is where you learn to surf. Yeah? I learned to surf waves. And now I'm learning to surf these other waves of life a little bit with a little more ease and acceptance. I can accept when a wave crashes me under. But when, the life feels like it's crashing me under and pulling me under, that can be hard sometimes. All right, so let's breathe and move like the lotus, right? Upward. Inhale, expanding, moving to the light, and expanding, open, feeling your fullness. Again, inhale, floating upwards to the light. Exhale, open, feel the fullness, the effulgence, the perfection, the wholeness. Inhale. Exhale, expand and blossom. Inhale, expanding. Exhale it out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Let's take a few breaths. For those who are having trouble breathing, inhale. We send out love and light to all those that are having trouble breathing. Inhale. Those who are feeling fear and worry and doubt, we send you love. We send you peace. Inhale. For those that feel lost and alone right now, we send out a sense of connection. We send out unconditional, limitless love all around. Inhale. And just take a moment to send out whatever you'd like. Prayers, blessings, in your own way. And one more time. We'll chant Om. Thank you. Om Shanti. Peace. Peace to you all. Namaste.